This is the Artgems.ai Daily Digest. Artificial Intelligence, Law and Technology in 5 minutes. We have spent years obsessing over the intelligence of individual AI models, but the real bottleneck has shifted from the model's brain to the system's steering wheel. Recent research into multi-agent systems reveals a surprising truth. When you have independent agents collaborating, the individual sophistication of those agents matters far less than the layer governing them. One study on an experience orchestrator found that 97% of the variance in system performance came from the quality of the governing policy, not the agents themselves. It is like having a team of brilliant specialists who fail because they have no manager. By applying classical control theory and PID controllers, the researchers could steer these agents toward a shared goal without needing to retrain them. This means organizations do not need to rebuild their entire agent stack. They just need a better governor to keep the trajectory from collapsing into a dead end. This shift toward system-level control is already hitting the infrastructure layer. Mistral AI is now hosting third-party models like GLM 5.2, allowing enterprises to use a single API for different open models. They are introducing European compute units to let companies commit to compute power without locking themselves into one specific model. DeepSeek is taking this modularity even further with their new harness. In this ecosystem, everything is a plugin. The model is just one component that can be swapped out, while the harness handles the environment, tools, and session logs. We are seeing a transition where the harness becomes the dominant piece of intellectual property, while the models become interchangeable commodities. But as we build these complex harnesses, the underlying hardware remains dangerously exposed. A new exploit called spaghettification shows that by flipping a single bit in the DRAM controller, an attacker can rewrite physical addresses and bypass every single memory protection the CPU puts in place. It is a reminder that our high-level AI abstractions sit on a very fragile physical foundation. This vulnerability is exactly why dozens of Bitcoin and crypto firms are now pleading with AI labs for equal access to security tools. They argue that defenders are currently using weaker models than the attackers, creating a dangerous asymmetry where the people protecting $1 trillion of infrastructure are effectively fighting with one hand tied behind their backs. The through line today is the move from the component to the system. Whether it is a PID controller managing a fleet of agents, a modular harness for model deployment, or the raw physics of a memory controller, the critical point of failure is no longer the individual part. It is the way those parts are orchestrated and secured. The winners of this next phase will not be those with the smartest model, but those with the most robust control layer. That's all for today. Thanks for listening and see you tomorrow on Artgems.ai.